I'm not improving your gift.
Oh, once I said I was complaining, but I never mentioned it now.
Okay. Thanks, Morgan. Thanks, man. Thanks. Thank you.
There's a lot of people I can't move around.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome the MEC for Education in the province of Gauteng. Can we just give him a round of applause as he comes in? We also have here with us the person after whom the school is named. Did you know Rosina is around? We also have Rosina Sedibane Modiba around here. Can we give her a round of applause to Rosina? Today we are going to embed the name that it will never change.
Definitely.
That is why we are here. I want to recognize at the right time all of the other officials and guests that are here. We have seen everybody who's around and you will be recognized accordingly. But for now, I'm going to ask everybody who's standing here in front of the MEC to move that way, because we are going to start the official formal program of the hoisting of the flag as we get led by the choirs. And I know there are senior officials from the law enforcement security cluster who are going to also be leading. So, one, we are singing the national anthem of the Republic of South Africa. As we do that, the learners who are the first group of learners will hoist the flag of the Republic. We pause, we go for the second one, the singing of the African Union anthem. We hoist the African Union flag. We pause. We have the school hymn or school song, whatever they call it. I don't know, sometimes they may call it a hymn because there's a school prayer or a school song. I don't know what it is. They hoist the school flag, and after that, the majorettes will, are you there, majorettes? The drum majorettes will then lead the MEC and the entourage to the main entrance of the school, where the MEC and Rosina and all of those who are elected will cut the ribbon to launch this school, permanently so, as the school that the MEC will give the name to. We unveil the plaque and we'll do like I told you. I'm not going to repeat, eh? Yeah. The next time is an exam. We had a class earlier on, so choir, we are in your hands.
Sounds a call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom.
Give him a minute to finish tying. African Union.
Let us all unite and celebrate together the victories won for our liberation. Let us dedicate ourselves to rise together to defend our liberty and unity. Oh, sons and daughters of Africa, flesh of the sun and flesh of the sky, let us make Africa the tree of life. Let us all unite and sing together to uphold the bonds that frame our destiny. Let us dedicate ourselves to rise together for lasting peace and justice on earth. Oh, sons and daughters of Africa, flesh of the sun and flesh of the sky, let us make Africa the tree of life. Let us all unite and toil together to give the best we have to Africa, the cradle of mankind and fount of culture, our pride and hope at break of dawn. Oh, sons and daughters of Africa, flesh of the sun and flesh of the sky, let us make Africa the tree of life.
And now for the singing of the school song.
Rosina, 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 Rosina Sedibane Modiba. You are the sponsor of our past. You are the sponsor of our past. Rosina, 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 Rosina Sedibane Modiba. Forever your memory will last. Forever your memory will last. Your work and dedication is a shining inspiration. Your legacy lies deep within our hearts. Your legacy lies deep within our hearts. Ritile hui tutasizelanga ukutala ili ranzo na moya na matimba. Ili ranzo na moya na matimba. When in school we learn and pray, on the spots where we play. We are working for a future with no sorrow. We are working for a future with no sorrow. Rosina, 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 Rosina Sedibane Modiba. You are the champion of our past, and we the leaders of tomorrow. Forever your memory will last. Forever your memory will last. Rosina, Rosina.
Yeah. Thank you so very much. We have done extremely well, and for all of that, I'm going to give you the benefit and the freedom of Rosina Sedibane School. Go through the passage of the majorates all the way to the main hall, main entrance of the school. Majorate, you can do your thing over there. So coach ko ena le emisi le me Rosina ke ko no le fa di kero then principal le SGB chairperson le tano dula mo le emine. Are we still here?
Yeah, keep coach.
Do the coach and then
Okay.
So
Marakinda break.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to all now pay attention that today we are launching officially this School of Specialization in sports. South Africa needs sports persons that can compete with everybody else anywhere in the world. And that is why today the MEC for Education in the province of Gauteng dedicates this school, the Rosina Sedibane Modiba School of Sport, specializing in sports. And that is why we are here. I'm going to ask us to help them count from a count of 5 down to 1, and when they get to 0, we will see who cuts first. About the MEC and the Premier in terms of cutting. Yeah? So today we are going to do a count down from 5, and you're going to help me, isn't it?
Yes. Sure.
Let me try say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go! Thank you very much. So that now we are going to walk into the main quad of the school where the MEC and the entourage will unveil the plaque. Can we ask the members of the media to go first, maybe? Because I know you want to take your position.
Teachers follow us.
We may all follow.
Thank you. A lot of meetings, but I'm sorted. So I'm all yours. Yes, I'm all yours. It's her name, Paula. So it's all yours. All yours. Yeah.
Not everyone, that's right.
Come, coach.
Where's my president? Come over. This way a little bit. Yeah.
Are you bringing the tournament home or the cup home?
So, at this side, let me go this way. Don't give you my back. We are going to unveil a plaque. So, for generations to come, they will know that this school will remain Rosina Sedibane Modiba.
Yes.
This name shall never be erased from this school, from this community, and from the people of Gauteng. For that reason, we are going to request that the MEC, Rosina, the president of the Netball, we are wishing that they will win the national
No choice.
They have no choice.
The pressure is not.
So South Africa must win that netball competition. We have jingles here. So this school has got the touch of class. So with that touch of class, I'm going to ask that the MEC and those who have been elected to do us the honor to unveil. Now you are going to help me. Can we all count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Young learner here. Let's see. No, you can't be a sports person and not be able to read and write. The reason why we have this at school is because our sport persons must be able to read, write, calculate. We are a school. So it becomes part of an integral part. Now let's see whether this aspiring sports person can read.
Gauteng Province Education, Republic of South Africa. Rosina Sedibane Modiba Sports School of Specialization was officially launched by Mr. Panyaza Lesufi, MEC for Education and Youth Development on the 23rd of August 2022.
Wow! If we think that children of South Africa can't read, what was that? Yeah. Fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for having come. We are now going to go into the main hall where the formal festivities will take place. Can I ask you then to move into the hall as required while the MEC goes to address the learners on the other side, and we will be back. Can we take a commercial break? Thank you very much. Thank you. Rosina, where are you?
Riding away. I
the mascot. So Money Life wanted the mascot to the studio, so we had to wake up and change the
To our schools, these kids.
we were supposed to come with the mascot, and then they had another program for the mascot. That means it's still
Where are you seeing?
That's what was important for me 3 years to that I was so get the best coaches. I want to see your face when your dream come true.
My dream come true.
Your dream has come true.
You know, usually they say God may take me now because my dream is done now.
You're not going anywhere.
I'm not here, but I'm not going anywhere. Until I see one of my people from South African development. That's one of my
I know that you command. But today
Time is against us. Let's move quick.
That's how it's live on the thing.
Oh, it's fine. But move quick.
How do you speak to me when backwards?
That's the way we rock. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
We are all soccer sports stars. Yeah, that's why we are here.
Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, boys and girls. It's a very beautiful morning and a blessed one. Do you know what? Do you know what? I kept my promise. I kept my promise. I told you that the MEC will be here to launch this school officially. Rosina Sedibane Modiba Sports School of Specialization. So the day has arrived. Honorable MEC, over to you. These are your learners. MEC, these are your learners.
Okay.
And these are aspirant doctors.
Wow.
Yes, aspirant sports managers, physiotherapists, and the dietitians of tomorrow.
Wow.
Yes. Over to you, sir.
Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Lishap. Eita. Lishap. Give us a bottom pirates. Oh, paga. Okay. Give us a bottom sandouts. Give us a bottom chiefs. Crossing for life. Crossing for life. Hey, I'm not going to ask for my team. I might be embarrassed. I want to break with protocol today, Banabak. And I want to thank you for choosing to come here, but also to choose sport as your terrain of operation. We want to prove one point, that you can play football and still learn. That's what we want to prove with your school. That you can be a star, but still have education as well. And that sport must start within the school premises. Because if we can lose sport within the school premises, we have lost everything. And there is someone, that's why I want to break protocol. There is someone who is the best coach across the globe, nominated amongst the best coaches. I want him to be the one that speaks to you today, because he's on a mission to also open a school to develop future stars. He came to my office and I said to him, where do I sign? Because now I don't want to waste time. I want to sign and have these things. Yesterday, we were with former President Halima Mutlante. He's bringing investors from overseas. And the municipality there was traveling them with the land to build that facility. I took him and I said, former President, let's go to Meadowlands High. There is a huge land that is underutilized. Built here. He left with an agreement yesterday. We are building a nice thing inside. That's what we need, you know? So I'm saying, let me ask Coach, I'm breaking protocol. I know they will fight me, but if Coach speaks to you, you will understand. Yeah? There is no trophy. I'm told he said he needs the AFCON trophy, but there's no club trophy that is available in our continent that is not won. It's a league, whatever. So if he speaks to you, you will understand it better than me. So let's give a round of applause, the loudest one, to Coach Pitso.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, MEC, and all protocols observed. I didn't know I'm going to talk, but if you are ordered by the MEC, you must do the honorable thing. And yeah, I just want to say at the beginning, healthy body, healthy mind, you know? Because when the body is not healthy, the mind can never be proper to absorb and consume the education that we've been given. Am I right? Good. And at school we learn things like biology, we learn things like nutrition and all that. So you will understand as a football player that what does the game demands. The game demands all these energies, and we get all these energies from food. And you need to know which energy, which food support the muscles, which food supports the mind, which food supports all these things. So that's what you're going to learn, and that's part of the biology that we learn in nutrition. And I'm speaking about this because I was in the same position. I'm from township, like the Lesufi. And we came from exactly where you are. So we know the way up. We followed. And discipline is part of it. So if you don't have discipline at school, that's where you're getting taught. And football teaches you discipline. I get a coach who always tells you what to do. So you learn to compete, you learn to be disciplined. And now lately football involves social and life skills. What we do around football, what we do around the game. Because the game is not about the tactical and technical part of it. It's also the social and by signing contracts when you are good. So how are you going to sign a contract when you can't read it? So we need to start learning from the school to know what is important. I will tell you just a short story about sports and education. Spotted at grade 11 by a football coach called Jomosono. He came and he spotted me from the school. So my break comes from where you are, from the school. My break, because competitive football at the school. So without the school, I would never have to where I am now, where I've competed in the highest ever football competitions 2 times, from the national team at the World Cup. Nothing bigger than those tournaments in football. Don't listen to anybody. There's nothing bigger than that. If you compete at the World Cup with the national team, with South Africa during the 2010, and with my team, Sundowns, at club level, that's the highest level. That's where you see any Messi. I'm blessed that I come from and I've been able to compete with those people at the highest level. So, to cut the long story short, so I was at Skabani and my parents said, I also told my parents that, yeah, but another sports also. And you know they clashed. But I went to the university, but I realized that I think my heart is a little bit more on the football side. But I know why my parents told me that I must stay with education is because I must be able to support myself after football. So the education was very important. I chose football and I played for Pirates, I played for Sundowns, played for Cosmos, to play overseas and play for Bafana. So what you are doing, I've done it. So I can tell you the stories. But after playing football, what did I do? I went back to a university called Rao University to do sports science. So then I've ticked all my boxes in sports and education. I would not go on of them there if I did not do my grade 12 well and read my books. So I don't think you need any other motivation, because even when you are a player, I always make sure that my players have to learn. They must do analysis. They must learn about nutrition after themselves when you're a football player. So you go on, open your laptop and Google and find out what is sports nutrition. You will never do that when you don't have the basic from education. So that
okay, we see somebody that succeeded, started within the schooling environment, became a national star. You want e-quarter. E-quarter. Healthy things. Come on, again. Kita also Rosina later. There is something big that is going to happen in our country. Very big. It's a huge netball tournament. The entire world is coming to South Africa. The entire world is coming to South Africa. So after Banyana, the biggest thing that is coming to our country, it's netball. So talk about President made this a fella, because it's a sports facility. You must know this development, so that any ball match that comes closer to Tswan, Real support Banyana Barona again. Yes. What's the name of Banyana Barona, President? Look at President. Give the Proteas. Okay,
Thank you, MEC. I hijack you. Not when a coach can hijack you. Anyway, when the authority calls and tell you what to do, you have to do it. You don't have a choice. You know, I'm humbled, and I think I'm privileged to be standing with you and saying to you learners, as I was a learner myself, and you're lucky you're from a township, I'm from a village. There's a different story. Mine is a different one because I'm from a village. When I used to read my books, I used to use a candle. I never had electricity at home. But that never deterred me in life. I always said I want to be the best of the best. My father once said to me, my late father said to me, you know, where you're from must never determine where you're going. Yeah. So I always, when I want to stop doing things that I do, think about those words to say, if I want something bad, no matter whether I'll go an extra mile. Something, get the donations, so as I can get the techies tailoring. They will make me to be Bomagents, to be Bomakfish, to be Bohodman. You know, and to be one of the best of the best. So to us as Netball South Africa, we want to associate with the school. Once it's a sport-focused school, we want to say to Rosina Sedibane, we want to give you the best coaches, because that's where it starts. When you don't have the best coaches, your ground, I mean your beginnings and your foundation is going to be very wrong. So we want you to learn the correct skills from the best coaches at your age. Because when you come to university, we believe that you already have those skills. So, but I've realized, MEC, that the skills that a lot of our players in netball have is from the white community. And we want to change the narratives. We want to say even a black child can, shall, and they will. Make sure that this happens. Good luck in your studies. Study hard. Education and sport goes together. Yes. In netball, I have doctors, I've got professors. Any Spa-Protea player that plays on that court, that is playing at the University of Pretoria now, playing the Africa qualifiers, I can tell you, it's whether they're on their final year or they've got masters or they've got honors. There's no one who doesn't have any education. And they are still doing it. Our former captains, 2 of them are professors, 2 of them are doctors. You see where we're going with netball. So all of us in netball, including me, let me not say my qualifications, but we are intellectuals.
President, we want to give you a message. It's just two beautiful things. So you must tell the team. The first message, every time they play, all of us, we want them to do this thing. Muriele. Muriele. And the second one, Pesguabo. Pesguabo. Ralevo. Muriele and Pesguabo. Then they are gone. They will not defeat us. I want to introduce our sports players that are here, just to introduce them quickly. All of them, they are here just for them to greet you. And Rosina. It is about her, it's not about us. Just to greet you, to come here.
Let me see. She's my former teacher.
Oh, okay. They produce a member of parliament here. Just to medicine. For first time I see my gents Apola Kativa. That's a respect you never get. Just say hi. So somebody corner go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, 8 times. Short, tell them over. I shall pay them much over. The longest captain of the team.
Good morning. I'm very honored to be here. I'd like to say to you guys, it's possible. You know, it's very possible. Whatever that you want to do is very possible. Just believe in yourself, and things gonna work for you. Thank you.
Dumelang bana ba sekolo le bomma ba sekolo le bo papa ba sekolo le right yeah I bona le nna ke a leboga ba mo and everything e ba buletsene nna ke no isa mo apa fere ke re you need to know who you are and everything e ba buletsene e tla kena mnate wa tshotse ba hore mane because also the TV, I might as well do a higher than chess. Yeah, but if you can know who you are, what I call no table or mix album, would let's say anymore, would do it anymore. Then, what I want. That is why kill him. Because gets a working man. Voice as support.
This is the man that scored the goal that brought us the cup. You remember that cup? Mark Williams.
2 goals.
It's in the kitchen. If you are not in the kitchen, you must.
Morning, MC, and thank you. All protocol observed. Yeah, well, I looked at the invite actually on Friday, and I said to myself, you know, when I was a kid, it was nice when I had a role model and I had a dream. And remember, I'm from Cape Town. You know, you heard a lot of things about gangsterism, drugs, and all these things. And when you go to school, there's always these things that sort of pull you out of it. But I can tell you, I had a dream that one day I wanted to be one of the. And I had to compete with a coach, Coach Pitso Mosimane. We were playing in the same team for Bafana. He was a striker, I was a striker. And I was on the bench. And I want to tell you guys, whatever sport you do, remember, it's not the 11 that plays. It's also the other 11 that's on the underside. Until the whistle, until the last minute. And I remember my words was that when I get the opportunity, I want Pitso, the coach Pitso, to retire because that's going to be my position. And believe me, I came from Cape Town and I came to Joburg and they were talking these languages. Now football is a language. I just want to tell you guys, it's a language and we all can speak it. It doesn't matter where you come from. I also had the same experience. Sometimes there was no lights, but I kept training. After school, I kept training. People say, look at that guy running down there, running down there. But 96, God bless me. I came on 20 minutes ago. Bafana was 0-0 in the finals. I came and I scored the 2 goals. And the people that were saying I was crazy running there up and down the street, they were clapping hands. So now that you clap hands, one day I want to make sure that I can clap hands, and it's a privilege for me to be here to share these stories with you. Never, never give up, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. Remember, you can do it. It's like Coach Pitso said, if you believe in yourself, believe in your dreams and in your vision, God be with you. Thank you.
And all this are in a book because we want you to have books that are relevant to you. So Alison, there is a book by a nation builder. We want it to be the library. Anyone that sports star that has written a book, it must start here. Because that's what we support, so that people can understand, can read relevant books that will motivate you. Rodman.
Mr. PC, all protocol observed. Yeah, not be like in like a pindam zala party, therefore man the pirate captain. Yeah, Ushilo mama, our education goes hand in hand with sport, and which is true. Myself, after Professor Passametri, I didn't have money to further my studies, but got to feel a talent, which is K7 and Coach Pitso will discipline, dedication, hard work, and respect. Why respect? Because of whenever you respect people, it's where you don't go to the place in Mote. Today, I'm honored. I'm standing here. I'm the greatest leader in South African soccer because of those 4 elements. And not only more sports, even more education. You make sure that you work very hard, you'll get the result. So, thank you, Mr. Lucy. Thanks
Hold up. The other staff that are here, come just wave and greet. I don't want to waste your time. Sense of knowledge. Oh, look what sense of touch. You.
Good morning. My name is James Moyo. I'm a former student here at Rosina Sedibane. As you can see, like what I'm wearing, it is just to say it's possible. At the time we were students here, we were told it's 50-50, meaning you give 50% like in sports and 50% academically. That was the motto. We did that every morning. Like they would wake us up, couple 5 or trainer, and then we would come back and then get ready for school, have breakfast, then go come Kennedy class. After school, it would be the same thing. After Omongolomo Naya, where they're supposed to be. As a gymnast, like I knew what I have to go to the gymnasium and train. And that's when Rosina like before, like near Efita. Big teams they knew, and they would, like Sheva, Batsu, Rosina Ifiti. So, like I just want to say to you, don't undermine yourself thinking, like it starts here, and then you don't wait for tomorrow, but you make it happen today. That was the kind of encouragement that was instilled in us as learners of Rosina. And then also knowing Harper, because most of us came from different disadvantaged backgrounds, and we knew like we're given an opportunity, it is for us to grab it and then run with it. So Liliana, you need to do the same. Like think of yourselves as future coaches or professional athletes or gymnasts if you're doing gymnastics, so that you can refer back or like study Rosina. Today I'm speaking here. I'm a level 3 gymnastics coach. I'm a level 3 international. So like I can say I'm retired as a gymnast, but I'm still in the fraternity of gymnastics, making a difference, giving back. That is why like I would come here sometimes. I ran a workshop like 2 weeks ago here gymnastics here in the school. So like boys and girls, yeah, it's possible only if you want or only if you're willing. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. Morning, Mr. Lesufi. My name is Winnie Ngale, a former student as well, one of the first students, 2003. Thank you. This is wonderful. It gave me goosebumps when I walked through. I'm currently a legal and administrative consultant. I run my own business. All I can say is, I won't be long, sorry. All I can say is you can only live the life you create for yourself. You can only do that.
and nothing is impossible. We stood on this grass. You know, we stood on this grass, and today, you know, the sky's the limit, guys. You know, just do it, don't give up, just push. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Prince Itumeleng Masamula, and I am also a former student of the school. So now, sports is not just sports, it's a discipline. Now, I want you to highlight that word. The reason why I'm highlighting on that is that I took the baton and I ran with it. When I came to the school, I was a 400-meter sprinter. I had injuries. That happens as sports people. We need to be considerate of that. The sports taught me to be disciplined, and in that I learned how to be confident with myself. I stand in front of you now as an industrial psychologist. So not only did I come here to do sports, but I opened my brain and opened my mind to the learnings and teachings I learned from the school, and I'm able to stand here. In the sports that I did, it shaped my body. I'm also a model. So that is what you need to take with you. Sports, it's not just sports, it's a discipline. Thank you.
I know for time constraint, we move quickly so that we can say other things in the hour.
Greetings to you all. My name is Lavdalia Ritwab. I'm also a former learner of Rosina Sedibane Sports School of Focus Learning. I'm a former gymnast. Yes, you will be surprised because I'm one of those big girls. Ne? But for your knowledge, ne? I was one of the best students who was awarded Best Gymnast of the Year in 2009. And I'm just here to encourage everyone. Ne? They all spoke about the intelligences and everything. I know some of you guys are so big and they think that they can't make it in life. If you want to become, like I am today, a Protea coach, and I'm also coaching Tshwane University of Technology aerobics in Ga-Rankuwa campus. So if you want to be who you want to be, then make it your dream to make it come true. Without anything that you want, if you don't want to get it right, then you won't get it. Go there, dig up, get that soil, get those seeds, and you will blossom. Thank you.
Sense, you want to say something? Skrima Chawalala is not here.
Dumelang. My name is Obrilo Kwani from Orlando Pirates and Mokwa Solos Play. Now I'm a Safa coaches. What I can do as a student is go and respect your bodies. There are so many people who wishes to play football. They can't because of their disabilities and whatever. So if you have a body that functions well, consider yourself blessed. Respect it. It will take you far, that body. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. All protocol observed. My name is Mesakat. I'm the producer of all the students that you see here. I started with the school in 2003 when I was headhunted by Lesufi from the farms in Pretoria. I was a former Netball coach. There are some things I couldn't stand. When I quit Sicilia, I was the level 2 and an international umpire. Currently, I'm owning my own school. We'll talk about that. It was only accredited yesterday. I don't want to see any one of you in that school. You are sports ambassadors. My school is all about skills. So I want to encourage you and say, the sky is never the limit. Just work harder and be like them. Thank you.
I'll just ask Rosina because she's in the program there just to greet you and say hi so that let's go on a school. Rosina I'll do maybe my only disappointed. I wanted the school to be painted in maroon and white, but it's close.
Good morning, learners, MC, distinguished guests. Mine is just to say
hi to you because I am supposed to support you in the hall.
Yeah.
But whatever they said, all the things that they said is true. Don't think they're just dreaming. It's what happened. We are from there, you are from here, you'll reach it. That is why now the school is named after me. Thank you.
Thanks, my beautiful kids. My mission is one. Every time there are Olympic Games, there must at least be 10 learners from Rosina Sedibane from those Olympics. That's it. That's the only thing I need. Nothing else. We can't have Olympic Games when young people are competing. Hours, baby, something Modiba, I don't want that. I don't want that. When there are Olympic Games, the first thing I'm looking for is a child from Rosina Sedibane. I get it? Good luck, Banabak. Best wishes. Valuable. Thanks.
My learners, I told you that you are the luckiest. What was said here was discipline. I think
Definitely. Is this picture?
No.
Oh, baby. Hey.
We are
Thank you. You were the first one, you remember?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
But today you're actually here.
With me, there? Oh, that's good. Yeah? Oh, thank you. Yeah, no. You have to be the future. You have to compete with the best. Yes. Yeah, we'll get there. Please feel free.
What are the difficulties of being
Oh, you don't have time to rest. You don't have time for family. Thanks. Okay.
sports spectators. You know when good morning. I think that's what's missing. You must be your good morning like you are vuvuzeli. Ladies and gentlemen, MEC for Education in the province of Gauteng, MEC Panyaza Lesufi, the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee for Education in the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, Mr. Matume Chilwane, to the member of the Education Portfolio Committee in the province, in the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, who also happens to be the spokesperson of the African National Congress, and a son of Pretoria, Mr. Lesufi Panyaza, to the Deputy Directors General, DDG, responsible for curriculum in the department, Ms. Alison Benson, Deputy Director General, responsible for education support, Professor Nzobi, to all the district directors, the district director for this area, Ms. Paula Galego, all of my other colleagues from head office, as well as the district, to those who are very important, the principal and the SGB chairperson and members of the SGB of this beautiful school, to Mama Rosina herself. We have Mama Rosina Sedibane in the hall. We have the president of Netball South Africa in the hall. We have the coach of Africa in the hall. He's no longer the coach in South Africa, he's the coach for Africa and the world. We've got South African stars in the hall. In fact, we also have the CEO of... And I employed her, but I forgot. Yeah, I wanted to put it in the proper context. We also have here the CEO of Netball World Cup. So that's why I was getting a bit messed up. I guess there is something happening at Netball on Africa on the continent at the moment. So I did not want to mix. We have the CEO of Netball World Cup. But we also have representatives from the office of the World Councillor, Mr. Baktawa. He missed it to become Deshi Baktawa. But he's a Baktawa, so he also is in that line of sports. So we have him, we recognize him. And all of our stars who are here, we want to recognize each one of you, and to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a special day today. Special day because we recognize one of our own at a school, at an institution that we want to be at the epitome of sports excellence in the Republic. And it can only happen because we have an MEC who's a visionary, who said in Gauteng, we must be able to find schools that have a niche. And the niche for this school, niche as in N-I-C-H-E. So they must be unique in what they do. And today we are coming to launch officially this school as a school of specialization, specializing in sports. And that is why we are so grateful that even Rosina, who has allowed us to use her name to name this school, is also here. What a befitting tribute. So we want to thank you. I know there's Member Ramulifo, who's also a member of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, who's here. We recognize you. Let me also recognize all of the school governing body associations and leaders that are here, the student formations, and to all of you who are in the lounge in the event that I miss you. Now listen to what I'm going to say, and you will know that you are encompassed. I will say to all of you who are in the line of protocol. Did you hear that line of protocol? You will fit yourself in that line of protocol. Wherever it is, plug yourself in, because I have recognized you. So we are happy that you are here this morning. Having said that, I have a co-director who's going to run this program, just to demonstrate that not only is it about sport, it's about education. But listen to this young, dynamic, beautiful, dynamite. They say they come in small packets. And indeed, this dynamite is in a small packet. Come dynamite. So my co-director, who will then steer this ship beyond this point, is none other than you won't hear, because they are like really in the 21st century. You are still living in the 20th century. Let's say it again, Ricky.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Renele Ricky, and I will be your program director for today.
You got that?
Ladies and gentlemen, before I start, I would like to welcome you all to Rosina Sedibane Modiba Sports School, the school of specialization, the school that produces educationally sound and well-groomed sports ambassadors. Without further ado, I would like to call upon Ms. Mukhadi to come and open up the program with a little prayer.
Thank you, Ms. Program Director, our officials, honorable guests, audience, and my fellow learners. Lord, here we stand before you, relying entirely on your grace over our efforts, confident of your unveiling mercy to benefit our souls, to fulfill the destiny of our birth and our nation. As we set out to expand our competencies to school of specialization and academics, bless our future endeavors. Nkosi sikeleli Africa. Amen.
Thank you, Ms. Mukhadi, for bringing us closer to the Lord. Honorable MEC, Mama Rosina, our guests, sponsors, you are all most welcome to the School of Champions, the home of champions, the home away from home of champions. We should now have the honor to feel at home in the home of champions. And in order for that to happen, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause and help me welcome Mr. Bakhtawa on behalf of the councillor, Mr. M. Patel. Please give him a warm round of applause as he comes to welcome us all officially.
Good morning, everybody. I think with our program director as such, she sounds as if she says that we should all fasten our seatbelts now and take off. On behalf of the ward councillor who couldn't be with us today because he had a family incident, I'll just share it because everybody likes politics and stories. His wife fell down the steps, so we had to rush him to hospital. I want to welcome everybody here today. MEC, there's no words to say. You are our leader. We appreciate your presence here. It's a very auspicious day for us in the community. And on behalf of the ward councillor, it's an auspicious day for our entire ward. Mama Rosina, for me it's an honor. It's an honor to hear that you have your students from primary school that are here today. And there is a reflection of your commitment, your dedication, your love, and you see things through right to the end. One promise that I make to everybody here today on behalf of the council, and everybody knows because they always say, are you Ished? Because you're all over with him, is that this name will never change in this ward. This school will stay. This school will be the shining light for this entire community. Every person that is here, and we heard a lot of stories today, a lot of sharing from sportsmen, and I'm glad. My surname, yes, my uncle's a goalkeeper, but I won't share how better I was then. I did see some Pretoria Kelly's people here, and I played for Pretoria Kelly's. So, but I'm going to be speaking to the MEC afterwards. I still have my soccer boots with me. Everybody spoke about the kids and the scholars. My message today, before I give everybody else an opportunity, is that we should recognize the teachers. Because that is where it starts off with. Your first role model is your teacher. Your parent away from home is your teacher. And the results that we have seen, and there's a lot of people that's from the community that is here that remember this was the Transvaal College of Education. A lot of teachers came from this institute. A lot of teachers have a lot of history and memory. Some people got married from here because they met their wives or their husbands in here. So there's a good tradition that goes on. But I just want to say that this is a blessing, but it's a blessing that we all have to take responsibility in making sure that we maintain this, we share it, and when I say we share it, I mean we go out and tell people, you are not just anybody that you can just go, you're not just a special person. You all have an opportunity to come here. And I promise you, what I've seen today, our ward needs to be also part of this. Our community needs to be part of this. And we will be part of this because our future is dependent on the unity we have and not on all the criticism and all the stories that come. Yes, people have, we know we're going through a stage, but you know what? To succeed, we will overcome that together. So welcome everybody. And to the school, you have our full support at all times. Our officers are here anytime. I mean, the rest of the community knows. I mean, sometimes someone asks me, does your wife remember you? My own dog is barking for me now because I'm hardly at home. So anytime, whatever you need, you have representatives from the different schools that's here. You have the Lord and Disaster Management. We have our local SEPS management here, Lieutenant Colonel Sitole. So we are all here for the school and we are all here for the community. We're all here for the ward. Just want to say we love you all and thank you for choosing us to be in this ward. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I feel welcome. Very much I feel welcome. When I look at my coach, I feel scared because I missed my competitions. Ladies and gentlemen, now has come the moment we've all been waiting for. Now has come the moment we've all been waiting for. Rosina Sedibane Modiba is a school of sports, but not only sports, only because, well, it's a school of sports, we do sports mostly. But we also have academics, and we have stars, champions, and other performers as well. So without further ado, could you please give a warm round of applause for my school, Rosina Sedibane's champions, as they give a warm round of applause for themselves after the competition. Oh, competition is in my head. Okay, let me start over. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for Rosina's champions!
Africa.
what? But I am policy in a small package. Never mind my age, I shall come of age. From Panya Junior, the poet, to Panyaza the captain. Rise and specialize, Rosina, rise! Rise and specialize, Rosina, rise!
Call me what you want, but I am Alice Brown. I specialize and I shall rise. Banyana, here I come. I'm a boga, my time has come. No more tears, proteas, because I bring new ideas. And Netball SA, watch the space.
But I am Panya Junior. The man with a ball, a basketball, a volleyball, a netball, and a football.
Football inspires me. Banyana inspires me. All queens of Africa inspires me. I am inspired.
Join me, have a ball.
Siyamthanda Kolisi, siyamthanda.
Siyamthanda Rapata, siyamthanda.
Siyamthanda Papi, siyamthanda.
Siyamthanda Caitlin, siyamthanda.
Siyamthanda Befile, siyamthanda.
Siyamthanda Pitso, siyamthanda.
Our commentators!
It's a beautiful day and the SOS 11 is on its greatest form. Kicking off the ball, double M, the Mercedes passes it over to Tita Boom. Twinkle, twinkle, little study three star. She passes it over to DDG. Dangerous daily, what and graciously keeps that on the ball. Moving over to this one a commentary.
Kisarata ulidumedisa balikile balikaditse uchile wa Rosina lithabile letsatsi ko Rosina itla thoma nyane Miss Nakedi Manamela utla ifatimenta thethe ukubongi utla elathela to the greatest Pitso Mosimane one and only utla kalele DDG from DDG utla ifa chief director utla elathela kwa buphirimo itla kalele the one and only Ntombi wa Tidlala Ntombo.
Welkom jullie allemaal bij vandaagse wedstrijd en Rosina Sedibane Sportschool van Specialist Ring. Nou die bal staat begin met Manamela Dine van Mamelodi a.k.a. Mama. Manamela stop die bal Manamela en no Manamela geen die bal van Pita van stop die bal. Daar komt Pita met bal, zij stop die bal, no links die bal. Zij stop die bal, zij Pita probeert doel en getekend en no die doel wacht de oude bal. Slecht voor Pita man, slecht voor Pita. Pita no geen die bal aan Pitso kom Pitso fat bol.
Allah Pitso Mosimane halala watina Pita Rose halala Pita Rose Titichi halala Titichi captain of the ship lakin khwati halala lakin khwati halala wati now Titichi halala wati Mr. Panyaza Lesufi my ABC halala Panyaza Lesufi halala wati Paulo Kaleko that bold and the beautiful after Paulo Kalego, Pitso Mosimane, Lesufi Panyaza.
man, weer aan allemaal vandaag ga ik een gedicht maken over sport. Sport, sport, sport. Gooi, hardloop of slaan. In de veld of in de baan. Skop met die voet of slaan met die hand. Oh man, roei of zeil, ski of swing. Watersport is een groot plezier. Boks die mazelen krijgt. Rost die squaai, maar pas op voorbij. Nee, alright. Zoveel sport te kiezen en te keer. Zoveel leers wat ik moet leren. Sport speelt een rol in ons leven. En ik dank jullie.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you that not even Beyonce's concerts are this entertaining. Could you please give another warm round of applause to congratulate Rosina's champions? Wait till you take the walkabout. Over to you, Mr. Mahlula, Daddy Mahlula.
Thank you, Ricky. Daddy Mahlula is going to help you, but this is your show, am I right? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rejoice Mahlula. As you can see, the HOD had to rush, so I have to come in and assist my Ricky. Can we give a warm round of applause for Ricky? Now, MEC, I have got no doubt in my mind that our education system is working. Look at the products that we have on stage today. Wow! And look at the kind of teachers we've produced. MEC, let me let something in for you now. It's a secret between you and I. You've got very good teachers in the system. You know the product, one of the products of your teachers. I'm just going to look that side and look that side, and she'll rise. And you see, this is what your teachers have produced. When every time she sees me, she says, Menier. On that note, we would like to take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome on stage Marona, Mrs. Rosina Sedibane Modiba. I am highly honored to ask her to come forward.
I'm supporting Senator Sesilenke Marina. Firstly, I would like to thank you, program directors, MEC, and all dignitaries. I can't mention each and one of you. I have met you, but I can't say this and this one. Thank you very much for this day. And then this day was long awaited. Wow, why do I say this day has been long awaited? Just wait and then I'll tell you. Firstly, I would like to tell you who is Rosina Sedibane Modiba. Rosina Sedibane Modiba is a girl from Atteridgeville, grown in Atteridgeville, primary level until matric. And go to Mama Kalagachweni, where I found my diploma in education, BA degree in Vista University, and I'm retired H Foundation phase HOD. Coming to my family, we are we're a family of 5, 3 boys, 3 girls, born from people who were sport people. They were not sports people as now we know it's soccer, netball, you mentioned them, but because they were good in their indigenous game. My parents used to tell us that they were champions in their time. Champions in their indigenous game. You can call them Diketo, Kwili, and all those things. My mother will say, no one will beat me. Therefore, we are from a sports family. Where it started, I was at Hofmeyr High School doing inter-houses, if you know about inter-houses. We were running inter-houses. Then from there, because if ever you have one thing, passion and dedication, each and everything that you do, you will be dedicated to what you want. There I was a master of all, if you know in athletics. I was master of all. I was doing a long jump. The only thing that I have never tried is high jump. I couldn't do high jump, but I did a long jump, discus, 400 meters, 800 meters, 1,500 meters, and 3,000 meters. And then by then, later on during the competition, because my sister was a senior to me, she was a champion during high school level. Then I came to the school of Mayor, then I had to compete against my sister. It was not easy. Firstly, I said, no, my sister is a champion, I won't follow her. I just have to follow her, it's my sister. But because I had everything in me, I just have to say that, no, sister, I have to go out. Then I defeated my sister, and then it's then that they talent searched me. We were members of James Mokoka Dream Team. Mokoka was, they said, hunting, going along the street, the schools, wanted girls that can run. The main aim of Mokoka to talent search girls, it was to show our counterpart, that black women can do it. Black women can also run. Black women can do whatever our counterpart can do. Then that was the aim of Mr. Mokoka. Fortunate enough, we were a group of 8 girls, and then we call it a dream team. From that dream team, not everybody can make it to the top, but I was the only one that was able to represent the Atchedville team to Hildy Stadium. I will say I'm the first black woman to run in Hildy Stadium. And I'm the first black woman to have a nation, to win the national title. I don't mean now, because now it's freedom. Everybody can win the title, everybody can do it. But then, it was we were on the 2 sides. I belong to South African Amateur and Cycling Federation. And the other side, it was South African Amateur Athletics, SSSU. And then we were the other side. But by then, I was the record holder of the 4 codes. I would say the 4 codes because I was the record holder of 400 meters, 800 meters, 1,500 meters, and 3,000 meters. Did that happen? Because we were not allowed to compete with our counterpart, but due to the performance that I was, due to the energy that I have, they have to invite me to their competitions. And then sometimes when you go to the competition, you only find that, it's only 400 meters. Then I have to run 400 meters. That is why I had to come the record holder of 400 meters because I was running against our counterparts and then there was no other event that I can run that day. Then it goes on, they will invite you to all the other meetings and other meetings, meaning from all other provinces, if you can know from back. Transvaal, Free State, Natal, Cape Town again. Then from there, I was most of the time, I would say, it's not nice to say first person. Every time they saw the first black woman running in that stadium, every time they see the first black woman running in that stadium, that is why I would say, even in my best time, I made it in Port Elizabeth, where I was the first black woman to run in that stadium. Then we were only 3 black women in that stadium. It was myself, Sydney, and Mushwe, I forget the name. We were only 3 who flown from OR Tambo to Port Elizabeth. And then who was sharing us? We were by ourselves. But because we have dedication, we wanted to win. You love the sport. There was no money, but because you love the sport, you have to run and make it to the best. No one was competing with me. I was competing with my sister, the only one that used to compete with me. And then usually because we were competing by ourselves, the other girls will say to me, today, as Rosina, you mustn't run fast because you are so fast and then the pace is too tough for us. Please be slow. But I said, yes, I'll be slow. But you too, you mustn't come next to me. Because when you come next to me, you won't see me next to you. Then when we come to the stadium, because we are competing amongst ourselves, and then I know them, and then I can outrun them. But they say at least they wanted to be the best that day. They would be running, and then when I'm busy running, here they are, next to me. whatever you want me not to be with high pace, don't come next to me. Then I'll go fast, and then it's then that I'll do my record. Then during when the white seen that we are able to compete against them, then they were able to invite us to their meetings. And then they see that we can also compete with them, we can beat them. And then one thing that I will tell you that it was so somehow embarrassing, because every time when we were running, we used to get these small miniature trophies. Do you still remember? These trophies. And then my father will take the trophy to his work. And then this Mr. Hugo will take the trophy and engrave it for me. And then one day, when I said I won the national title, it was in Pildish, and we were running. Then from there, you know, if you're an athlete, you know, sometimes you say, hey, yeah, no, I'm okay, I'm the second, I'm number 2. This Hugo girl was number 1. But I felt that this other white lady wanted to beat me. Then I ran first, then I beat this Hugo girl. Only to find this Hugo girl. It's the daughter of my father's manager, whatever. Then from there, my father was not able to. My caps were not able to be engraved because Mr. Hugo didn't want, because it wasn't nice at all for my father's business. But otherwise, because we are from a family that was supportive. During our time we have this myth. They say women or ladies or girls need not train very hard. You know, we used to compete with Bantu Kellys. I would call it a super stadium. You know, because soccer was soccer. Soccer felt that they were the only one, Mr. Pitso. They thought that they were only one, they were the best. Because athletics, they never recognized athletics. Then when we were training in super stadium, then these, when Bantu Kellys guys come, they will just say to us that no, it's over. They will come with their balls, kick their balls. But because we were determined, we didn't give up. We'll go outside the ground and train outside the ground. And then that I was able to have that dedication, and I was determined. And then always I said, no one will beat me. Always outside, everybody said a sound mind in a sound body. That was my belief. Because during my time, I had 50% schooling, 50% sports. Because we used to be Mr. Mogoga's guinea pigs. Mr. Mogoga used to go around South Africa with us to teach us how some of the strategies are done in athletics, hurdles, long distance, and everything. Therefore, that time when we are out with Mr. Mogoga, we are not schooling, we are out there. But due to dedication, I balanced them. Today, I am a retired teacher. In 1997, we used to call ourselves Forgotten Heroes. Because by then, no one recognized us. No one said something about Rosina. We were just lying there. I was just a teacher, ordinary teacher, teaching at school. Then come this gentleman called Sipho Mteto, wrote an article about me. Then this article is the one that made the school to be named after me, because there were nominations throughout South Africa. And then each one has to bring the supporting document. And then Mr. Mike Moloto, who nominated Rosina, brought that article that was written by Sipho Mteto. After reading that article, the MEC of Education by then, may his soul rest in peace, Ignatius Jacobs, was just, didn't want to look at others. He was just happy about that one. He said, no, we are going to name this school about this lady. By then it was 2001. Then the school was launched officially in 2003. By then, isn't that I felt that, oh, yes, I am recognized. One thing I'll tell about why it happened that it had Rosina Sedibane Modiba. When Mike Moloto came to my place, he said, no, we want to name the school about you. And then my husband was there. And then he said, if you are going to include Modiba in it. And it was just, he said, no. It was just right to Mr. Modiba to say that. Mr. Modiba, we have been in love for a long time. He was the one that was carrying the plastic of spikes from the super stadium to my place to protect me. So it was just, I think it was just relevant for it to be like that. And then from there, now I was recognized, and then I said, no, now I'm recognized, and it's amen. Later on now, the South African Sports and Department of Sports and Recreation was looking for my profile. The profile that was written by my husband. Then my husband said, he used to say my girls should write it for me. I gave them all the information. My girls didn't want to write it. My husband said, no man, I want to write this document because I think it's very important for it. Because he had a problem that always, when he was watching TV, when he was watching TV and then he saw somebody in TV, he will phone me, but where are you? Why don't they say something about you? But once they say they want profile, that is why he wanted my profile to be written. And then he took all the information. He wrote the profile, submitted it to Department of Sports and Recreation. Then I was recognized and given a Ndru Mulangeni green jacket. That was. And later on, some of the people you need to mention them. Later on, I was recognized by Figile Mbalula. One of the sports ministers that I'm sorry to say that I really appreciate. He was the only one who wanted me to be in all this. He said, Rosina, always said, Rosina was pulling like Panyaza today. He said, you must be next to me and then you must see me next to you. Not to say that if ever today we are recognizing you. Therefore, we need people to see that I am recognizing you. That is why he recognized me twice, the green jacket, and one of Women's Day in 2014, he gave me award in Women's Day. If you talk about Rosina, I won't stop. I'll carry until tomorrow, and then Mr. MEC wants to talk to you. And then if you want to know more about Rosina Sedibane, there are 2 books written about me. I didn't write them. They were written about me, Against the Odd by Lerato Trog, and the second one is Dream Denied. I have copies of Dream Denied, few copies of Dream Denied. If you want them, you must just contact me. They are at 200 Rand. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you so much, Marona. The school is named after her. The children in this school want to take after her. They want to emulate her. They want to, you heard them. MEC, Honorable MEC, and ladies and gentlemen, you saw that gymnast. So those gymnastics, in the minds of these kids, there are linguistic gymnastics as well. I heard Desiree Ellis. Actually, she said Ellis Brown, but she wanted to say Desiree Ellis. Now, she was saying she aspires to inspire us before she expires. Oh, those are gymnastics, I suppose. Now, we have very, very strong supporters from our communities, from the business community, from everywhere, because we are such a great school in terms of sport. And therefore, this time around, we would like to call upon Mr. Bucks Mtombeni, the Chief Executive Officer of Cheswick Stars, to come and inspire us before he expires. A warm round of applause for him.
Good day to everyone. My name is Bucks Mtombeni, CEO of a new NFD team, Cheswick Stars. We are here just to give support to the school, and we are just to say thank you. Protocol observed. And it's a very honor for me to stand here today to be amongst the stars of 1996. I remember during the time of the final when Mike Williams scored a brace. At home there was not even a heavy TV. We had to walk about 5 kilometers to watch the final, but we are very honest. And secondly, I'd like to say the MC of Sports, we are very admired to be in front of you today. You are one of the people that you always inspire us in football and lots. And secondly, I'm feel more overwhelmed to see Coach Pitso. Today I have to declare this. We call you the champ. Your name is not Pitso Mosimane. I call you champ. And as leaders of football, I think we need to learn a lot from you. Yes, Mr. Pitso, yesterday one of my family just had a call to me and say, hey guys, it's a new team, why can't you hire Pitso? You know, my response was, Ramana, we cannot afford to pay that man. He said, why you say so? I said, no, Ramana, you know who you're speaking to? Pela Pitso is, he must one day go to Manchester City after Pep got there. But as I was motivating myself, I said to Ramana, I would have loved just to ask Mr. Mosimane just to be my advisor in football, just to have a cup of coffee, because I cannot afford lunch within the center. But our wish with Rosina Sedibane, and let us work together in this space. And then we've been working with Rosina Sedibane while we are still participating in ABC last season. And today, you are one of the new NFD team. And our first game is next week. I don't know what is going to happen. And then, protocol observed, let me not forget to introduce Mr. Casual Mokansi. Can you please come forward, sir? Because in life, you must inherit people that they make you to be known. I know when we talk about Bucks, when you mention this name Bucks, I know how much Orlando Pirates feel. Now Bucks Mtombeni, and this is I'm a CEO, but we're working together. We don't want to confuse people in the future. I think he is the chairman, but a very quiet person. And Coach Pitso, before I step down, this man, he has put me for try. He has appointed me as a coach. You cannot believe I'm not joking. I don't know, you need to explain to the people why I say I must coach the team. Whereas I don't have even have D in my life. I don't know what potential have you seen in me. But Rosina, we are looking forward to run a race with you. Pastor Maponga once said one words to me. He said, in life, if you wanted to be successful, don't look at the past. Because we've got three words that I wanted to say before I start. In life, we got the past. The past doesn't determine your future. You needed to look at the present and the future. When you talk about the past, we talked about the likes of Pitso Mosimane, 1996, Dr. Kumalo, Lucas Ratebe, Mark Tovey. We can talk about the past, but the generation of now, they cannot understand. But we, from now, Mama, Rosina, Kokaka Nelly Rose. But I was surprised why Kokaka Nelly Rose by that time. And we live now by 13, Kokaka. I get a come side and give a time by 13 and I will half. Not now. Because of the Tawanga guy. But then I Kokaka we did 3 sets of young twins. And I have by 13. Karanta de Mulaka and Mona Lina Kavataro half. Maranao Kia when they say Rosina, this is a beautiful rose. Tarva Sarva Rina, they can look at how beautiful you are at your age. I don't know how old. I'm really admired. I like to say thank you. Program director, sorry to be out of order. I know you tall, but Neki Kupela just my partner and my chairman, because we're working together. I want to clear this. I don't want these people, the leaders, to be confused. He is the chair, I'm a CEO, but you are partner in this. And then city Pambilingam Ropa Service.
Well, program director, we won't take much of your time. Thanks very much for the privilege. MEC Mayor Rosina Sedibane. We're really honored to find ourselves in this platform. As a young brand that is coming up in this professional space, we strongly believe that this partnership that we started last year should definitely lead us into a much more bigger space. Not just, of course, as shareholders of the team who would like to conquer the space, just like any other team that is out there. But to find and ensure that this opportunity that we are finding ourselves today, standing here before this gathering, we make it a reality. How we make it a reality, of course, it won't necessarily be by the resources that we have, but by promoting what the school stands for. So with those few words, I would like to say definitely this initiative and what we are witnessing here today, it's something that should be an example to other schools, because this is what is definitely lacking in our community. You know, we can say a lot about what is happening out there in our societies. We've witnessed what is happening with all this, the young ones, what they get into. But what the school is actually started today and should set as an example to other schools. You know. So with those few words, I would like to say thank you very much, Program Director. Thank you very much to my shareholder. By the way, he appointed me as the chairperson of the club. Thank you.
Thank you, Wondade. We are very happy. We are very glad that you've been able to grace this occasion. Honorable MEC, whilst the chairman was saying this, Ricky was saying to me, remember, I appointed you to be in the place of the HOD. So So I'm in trouble. We're moving closer now towards the keynote address, but before that, I have the honor to welcome on stage the chairperson of the Education Portfolio Committee, Ndade Matume Chilwani. A warm round of applause for Ndade Chilwani.
Because you are tall, I wouldn't advise that you stand here. Thank you so much. Let me start by greeting all of you here, the dignitaries, the learners, the teachers, the educators, MEC, the department, and more importantly, our most valuable person, Rosina. I must say I'm humbled and honored. I think it's quite important that we must honor our heroes while they are alive. So that is the good thing. Thank you so much. I don't want to say much. I'm going to be bringing honorable members. I'll be making a mistake. We've got Honorable Makubela here, and I know Honorable Ramlif is somewhere sitting or there at the back, from the Portfolio Committee. Those who don't know what the Portfolio Committee does is that we hold the department accountable. Revo Thomas, we need to see these things happening. Like today we are here to witness this momentous occasion of Rosina Sedibane Modiba, Sports School of Specialization. So that we know that indeed the plans that the department has put in place assured us to implement, they're actually doing it. And we're not having a problem with the department, I must say, let me see. Just before I cut off, I'll bring Member Makubela to come forward because he was taught by Mayor Rosina. So I really think that it would be befitting to rather give him this opportunity to say something. So as you are coming up, you can drop the phone, my brother. I want to say to Coach Pitso, I was asking him earlier on, all right? You know when you are a public figure, you don't say you don't know somebody. It's a rude. You must say you know them. And then afterwards, so Coach Pitso was saying, somewhere, I'll remind you. Myself, like many other young people, at some point had an ambition of sports, because sports does draw us away from a lot of negative things in society. So I had an ambition of football. So I went to Coach Pitso. He was at Super Sport, I think, at the time. So we met in Edenvale, indoors. So I come to him. Okay. Hey, again, I'm first week passes, I need, okay. First week passes, second week, I'm late. Hey, but coach, what got to leave? Say something. Kina okay, no? Alright? So we start engaging. He says, no man. I don't think sports is for you. Well, now go to school and you'll be fine there. Because obviously I was a bit political, so you could pick up on man. There's a young comrade here. So he says, no man, just stay in school. You'll be fine. And I must say I did that. So today I'm here. Thank you so much. No, thank you very much. I'll be very short. That Pitso, you should have let him play soccer. He's a bit of a problem child. We We called me Rosina Modiba, and she still looks the same way. She always had gray hair. She always looked like this. Nothing has changed. Actually, when I saw her, I had goosebumps. So she taught me grade 1, grade 2, 3, and 4. We went to a school called Batugwa. Those who are paid will understand what Batugwa is what to fair. Batugwa. They are extraordinary people. We come from a township of comrade Pitso Mosimane. Would not be Pitso Mosimane without Thomas Madiha. Would not. Whether I or whether I advice as they were coaching Super Sport and made it what it is today. But he will not be in that Pitso Mosimane as is known the world over if it was not for the late Thomas Madiha. We come from a township that produced Iwi Kambuli. I think sense of knowledge will know Iwi. We come from a township that produced Machens, Edward Motal, and his younger brother, Chabi Motal. And we come from a township that produced 2 extraordinary women. The first one is the first black chartered accountant who went to the same school we went to, Solrich High School, Albertina Ngwes. And we come from a township that produced the first black female athlete, Rosina Sedibane. Not all of us will have the honor and the privilege to have a school named after us. That's why Erebela Wanawashimana Moabiza was junior. Because you can see Raona Hope. Koroga Gramutani, Milawanai, Junior, we to Rawa, let's try to discuss naming after I think that's the greatest honor. Our township, the school is built just behind the township. Zain Musa is from here. Zain Musa is from Lodia. Zain is from here. Their sense of knowledge, I think we should have invited that scream. I think he's still mourning. We should have invited that screamer Chavala, where there was a football called Shushan and Piano at the time. It's very young. So we come from a very interesting township. Another athlete, I think, Rosina Ribana, we have also forgotten about him, MEC. Sydney Mare. We have forgotten about him. And these are, we need to honor our living legends while they are still alive. Because if we fail to do that, in Atteridgeville where we grew up, the role model became a notorious thug called Mashoba. So young people look up to him because we had made them to forget about Sydney Mare, about Rosina Sedibane, about Iwin Kambul, about Thomas Madiha, and many of the great people who came from that particular township. And that's why it's important that we must honor the great, the living legends while they're still alive. The Americans, they say, give them flowers while they can still smell them. And I think that's what we ought to do. Mark Twain, to the students who are here, Mark Twain says one profound thing. He says, there are 2 most important days of your life. The first one is your birthday, the day you were born, and the day you discover why you were born. And I believe every student who is here because, of course, you know your birthday, your parents told you it's on your date of birth. But you are here because you discovered why you were born. And that's why you are here. And the most important fundamental thing is to nurture your talent. There was an athlete here, I used to run with him 800 meters. Very sad story. At age 13, Mojalefa ran 1 minute
and 45 seconds. Those who understand 800 meters will know that that is literally 3 seconds from the record. Then it was set by Wilson Kipkita. It is now held by David Rodin of Kenya. Mojalefa ran that record and was scouted, came to Rosina Sedibane. And after winning the African Championships were in Stellenbosch, he came back, went to a tavern, came out, was stabbed to death. He was from this school. So I'm saying this because, Principal, I was with you yesterday. And when I came, parents came and said, no, my child is being victimized, what, then I came here because I'm elected to do that. The ANC says go and represent the people. But when I came out, I realized that the principal was more correct. And the parents were the ones who were playing a very decisive, a destructive role. And I had to tell them when we left that I feel embarrassed, the first thing. But secondly, I feel like you're destroying your child. Because you need to take part in the nurturing of your children. You must have the courage to tell them whenever they are wrong. Must never side with them. Because their talent which brought them here can just be destroyed in a second. Rosina, it was good to see you. I feel like we are going to hear from the incoming premier of housing. So I know teachers will be angry. Teachers are going to be angry, but he has done more than he could do in education. So we want him to do what he did for education, for roads, for housing, for economic development, for rural development, and more than that to address our development. Thank you very much. Another warm round of applause. Let me thank Ponta Karuna for making us aware that we are such a privileged lot. As district officials, Mepola Galego, you are such a privileged director with your team, Mema Manamela with your team. We are privileged because we belong to a community that is, and I'm quoting the MEC, that is having one of the stars in a galaxy of stars. Thank you so much, Baholo Barona, for realizing that we are really privileged. Just before I hand over to Mary Key, the real boss today, I just need to indicate that this school is also so privileged because Catholic Stars are, as we speak, Honorable MEC, beginning to help us with our facilities, the renovation of the facilities. So we are going to have state-of-the-art facilities and we are very grateful that they have come forward. And the good news is that going forward, Honorable MEC, that if they attain the DSTV premiership status, their MDC will come from here. So those young Panyas are really having a bright future already. Let me hand over to Ricky.
Thank you. Honorable MEC, please forgive me. I forgot to tell him to switch off the mic when he was telling you a secret. And I am sure that you have been dying to shine on the stage as well. With that being said, could you please help me welcome the Honorable MEC to come up stage, please?
so much. Thanks, everyone that is here. Thank you so much for honoring our invite. Ladies and gentlemen, we just want to send one strong message. That if you play football, you can't go to school. We want to defeat that mind. We just want to send one strong message. That you can do whatever you want to do in life, but still continue with education. And when we came here, our attitude was simple. Give our children an opportunity, they will demonstrate their capabilities. And in whatever that we've seen today, they just reaffirmed that part. That if we can create opportunities for them, we will be the best. Many people complain and say the cricket team does not have proper representation. Netball doesn't have proper representation. Swimming doesn't have proper representation. If you can't study it within the school premises, you'll never get it. And therefore, the launch of this particular school as a school of specialization is nothing else but to plant the seed that will change the transformation agenda of all our sporting codes in all our areas. And this is what we want. And it's not about playing sport. The reason why we are launching this school is also the economics of sport, the finances of sport. Because if you have people that will be broadcasters, if you have people that will be lawyers, will be people that will do all these things, it's purely because we planted a seed and we are nurturing that particular seed. And I want to thank the leadership of the school, the principal, the SGB, protect the school. We want to come here and invest in this particular school. And I'm not joking when I say, when we need an Olympic team, you must start selecting from this particular school. That's what we need. Principal, we are not doing amp or something, we are doing the real thing, we don't want to do amp or, no, we are just touching, we are just trying, no, we're not testing it. We mean real thing. So if we need an Olympic-sized swimming pool, it must be here. If we need running tracks, it must be here. If we need all other things, it must be here. So we are designating you a huge responsibility. That you are a school of specialization in sport, and the best sports players must come from the school. They must come from the school. And we are doing this, you know, and I know other people will hate me. There was a gentleman called Hendrik Vervoet, Pitso Mosimane. I was born to change everything that man did to our people. That's the only thing. That's my only mission, to reverse what he has done. The only thing that I share with him is my name, Hendrik. It ends there. That's the only thing I share with him. Because if we can't change things now, we will be accused that you had an opportunity to change them and you failed. And we want to defeat that. That you don't want to say we had an opportunity to change them, but we failed to do that. So I want to thank Rosina. You know, the way we love you, Mamaka, you have no idea. And when we had an opportunity to change the name of the school, we said we are not changing anything, we are reaffirming. Purely because we want to honor. And we must not honor you purely because we are using your name. And I was telling the team, either there must be a bust of your face or a statue of your face, because we are doing this forever. We are doing this forever. Because what we have just said here, I hope the team was recording it because I asked them to record it. What we are saying now, it must speak for itself when we are still alive and beyond. And to have a statue, it means that you are there for life. And we want to have that so that we honor you and we provide all the programs. And I want to thank our sports stars that are here, all of them. I don't want to mention you by name. I want to thank all of you. When we request you to come here, you always make yourself available. Because our children must see, I'm not sure you know Ampor Solanka, that Pitso Mosimane. You know, you are doing the real thing. And to have the real people being here, it confirms that narrative. That we want real people that will assist our children to grow. And our children must see their stars within the school premises. Because if you see them within the school premises, you value the school premises. So we want to invest in these future stars, and we are serious in terms of the investment. And I've seen future stars that are still playing. And I will be accused of biasness, Coach Pitso. You know, if you see Nyaobe, Kamoero Matats, and you see Lesako, you know they're playing for big teams, real teams, you know. But you see, Ronwen, you can see that indeed there are opportunities here. So you see the ladies team, you see their opportunities. But what pleases me most is to see that young girl that I normally see but Korea, China, to be here on our stage. It confirms one thing: we've arrived. We've arrived. And when you see the leadership of Netball led by capable women going to host a huge tournament, you know, World Cup their Netball, it's a big thing. For them to be here to support these boys and girls is an affirmation. It's a serious thing. And I want to really thank the Netball team. Thank for your presence. Our approach is very simple, is that every new school that we build, there must be a sporting facility next to that particular school. That's our approach. And we are now diversifying. We need cricket fields in our schools. We need basketballs in our schools. We need tennis facilities in our schools. It must not be about soccer and netball only. We must diversify. And each and every community, each and every minimally must have 5 sporting facilities. Minimally. So that our children can diversify and they can play. So, to the netball team, Muriele, Peswa, Muriele, and bring that cup here and show that the Banyana was not a fluke. It represents who we are. And I want to thank future partners. There are many people that want to partner with us. But as I said when I was addressing students, you know, I had a session with Coach Pitso. And Coach Pitso said, MEC, I want to have a school that is going to assist future coaches in our country. That is going to prepare future players from a young age. He didn't say I want a high school. So now he said I want a primary school. I want to start with them there. He doesn't say MEC Ukenya. He said I'm investing. I want to be part of this thing. And Coach Pitso, that's the beginning of good things for people. That's what we need, and that's what we want other future partners to come on board to assist us. The parents that are here, thanks for allowing us to change the future of your children. But I always tell the team, I only invest where there is commitment. If there's no commitment, I'll invest next door. Because you can't bring all these resources. You know, you can't create this space only to lose it because people are not serious. You know, so I don't want a principal when we live here chairperson of the SGB. I don't want people to say, no. MEC was there, Pitso was there, everyone was there. How much money is there? You start to fight on something. We don't want that. We want you to nurture these children. You know, I'll be happy to say the child that was doing gymnastics has represented the province, went to represent, is representing the country. MEC, we want to get support for this particular child to compete somewhere. I'll be the first one, because that's the purpose, that's what we need. We want to nurture and give support. So it must not be money because somebody wants to take it. It must be money for purpose. That is why the soccer team wants to train and the soccer team wants to recruit people. That's what we need. If netball comes, there is a team that wants to see your school. The first thing must be Rosina Sedibane. Let's take them there. Because there will be many people that wants to come to our school. But they must be proud of the investment that we are putting. So to all our partners, I really want to thank you. All the players that are here, former players that are here, we want to thank you. And I can tell you, this is the beginning of good things. This is the beginning of good things. Our vision doesn't stop here. Let those that thought that our education system will never improve know. We don't want to rush it, but you will see the results. For the first time, I think a week ago, we had an African child that said, I don't need electricity, I don't need battery, I'll use the sun to build a car that can move inside the school premises. That's the future that we are thinking about. So we are launching these schools left, right, and center, not because Member Makubela wants to rush us somewhere, but because we want these schools to be the hallmark of our province. That our children just need opportunities. Our children just need support. Our children just need investment. One day, they will create products that the entire world would look after and chase after because they are made proudly from this province called Gauteng. Good things start here and beautiful starts here. I'm proud, man. This is the home of champions. Wire. This is the home of champions. Wire. And to our children, Manawak, protect this. Protect this. We used to have one school of sports in Elandsfontein, you know it, coach. And there were challenges and there were fights. I think, Jab, you come there from that school, if I'm not mistaken. Others come from that school. So, protect this. Kore, abaro mwana opo ko Rosina Sedibane Modiba. Reibone moe. Don't want to read about the wrong things in the papers about this school and the children of the school. So protect the image, protect the integrity of this school, but assist her when she rests in peace to say, I left a beautiful school for my communities. So my children, protect. Again, and to everyone that is here, good things starts now, and no one will stop us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Honorable MEC. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come almost to the end of the formal program. Let me make it clear that from here, the MEC, the Honorable MEC and his entourage will do the walkabout to see what is it that our children have put together to demonstrate to him that in real life situations, this is what we do as learners of Rosina Sedibane. But before we receive the vote of thanks from our chairperson of the SGB, the following announcement so that as we go to do the walkabout with the MEC, you know exactly what is expected or what you could do in the meantime. After the walkabout, in the principal's office, we will have the Honorable MEC and his guests. They will be there after the walkabout. Then we will have the Ross core team, which includes senior managers, senior management of the department as well. Some of them will also be part of the walkabout with the MEC, but from the walkabout, we go straight to the board room. We go to the board room. Then other guests that have been invited, they will go to the staff room. There are ushers who will indicate where you need to go so that then there is no confusion. Other guests, visiting principals, district officials, head office officials would go to the school cafeteria. The ushers will show you there as well, and there's a big number, so please make sure we have arranged such that there are packs. If you want to take pack and leave, you are welcome. However, we've made enough room for everyone to enjoy themselves there. The members of the media, we have arranged the school reception area, and our ushers will show you once we disperse from this hall. Over to the lady of the moment.
Thank you, Lady Maslow. Good things do take time, and good things start here. And ladies and gentlemen, to the ones that are still reaching for their dreams, please aim for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land on the stars. Quoted from Hitler's motivational quotes book. Unfortunately, this brings us to the end of our program. I would like to have a vote of thanks by Mr. A. Titi Daukubu. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for Mr. Titi Daukubu.
Thank you, Program Director, and good afternoon to all of you. Thank you for all your presence on this glorified day. It is my privilege to have been afforded an opportunity to offer a vote of thanks on this occasion. I, on behalf of the school, the SGB, the staff, offer a heartfelt thanks to all of you. First of all, I am thankful to Almighty for giving us courage to start on our new journey on a school of specialization. As a school of specialization. I hope and believe that He will help us during our journey towards the fulfillment of our objective. May God help and give us more power and courage as we move on this road towards a success as Rosina Sedibane Modiba Sports School of Specialization. Program Director, allow me to take this opportunity to thank our Honorable MEC, Lesufi, for this valuable presence. Sir, we are thankful to you for your precious time. We all know that you are busy, you are very busy these days. Once again, thanks a lot for taking precious time out of your busy schedule to grace this wonderful occasion. I also want to thank the following senior officials who made this event a success. HOD, Mr. E. Musue, DDG, Mr. A. Benson, Chief Director, Waha Region, I'm not sure is she here, Ms. Z. Mtembu, District Director, Ms. P. Galego, Second Managers, Ms. M. Vanderbal and Mr. Mdudi, Chairperson of Portfolio Committee, Mr. Chiwa. I also want to thank my IDSO for steering job and the general support she is put into the school. Let me thank as well the official of the Department of Basic Education from both district and province for working tirelessly to support the success of this event to get us where we are today. I also want to thank the District Finance Department, in particular Mr. G. Sadiki and Mr. N. Net for availing funds in this most difficult economic time. Remember, our school is still under administration. Always when we have to do things, we have to go via the District Finance Department. Hence I'm saying, I'm very much thankful for you, gentlemen. You never gave us any problem. Program Director, let me also not forget our acting principal, Ms. N. Manamela, who provide leadership in the school to such an extent that the school today is recognized as a school of specialization. It is through your efforts, Ms. Manamela. I also want to thank the following distinguished guests for their message of support. Ward Councillor N. Patel, Ms. Rosina Sedibane Modiba, our most valuable guest, our highly decorated coach, Mr. P. Mosimane, one of the officials from SAPA, Ms. Ariane Dobahead. She's going to come here. I'm not sure whether she's here. Because I've been chopping and changing mine. Because I was just looking at whether this guy is here or is not there. So, if he's not here, it's fine. And the SA Netball President, Cecilia Mulukwani, as well. I also want to thank the following partners for their exhibit and for contributing to the success, of this event. Catholics, Football Stars, Ceramic Trading and Project, Pick and Pay, Easy Build, Shell Garage, ESCO Group, Home Blitz, African Moja Toss. Finally, Program Director, I want to thank everybody, including the educators, non-educator staff of Rosina Sedibane, for making it possible that this event turned out to be a success. Once more, thank you very much. There are legends that I did not say thank you to you. Legend, Mark Williams, Lakile Kwati, Epijele, and the rest, and Edward Mutale Magent, and the rest. Thank you very much. And enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you very much.
Who is Rosina? Rosina is a home where we find happiness, where we discover new talent, different talents of sports, netball, soccer, gymnastics, and many more. Oh, Rosina, my home, Rosina. Rosina is where children with youth don't unite. Rosina Sedibane School of Specialization is where we unite as a family. Oh, Rosina, oh, my home. Rosina delivers tomorrow's successful leaders. Allah, Rosina, Allah.
Honorable MEC, our school has presented a little gift for you. Could you please come stage and take it? Please enjoy the rest of your day, ladies and gentlemen.
Alumni.